Well, that I mean, that's documentaries. And that's
Yeah.
his style, and that's his way of creating. And I love his personality that he injects into it as well.
And he creates an effect.
He
and
does.
He's got a viewpoint, which he's
Well,
got a right to.
You know, you said something about, was it Jack Warner who said educate, entertain, and enlighten?
Yeah,
Is that
Harry,
right?
his brother, who was the visionary, said that.
Who said it?
Harry Warner,
Harry Warner.
Jack's brother, said that.
Well, what's interesting is that, I mean, there's something in terms of our training at Sound Advice, what we do is, you know, I always mention there's 3 things that are always happening when you're performing. When you're watching television, when you're watching a commercial, when you're watching a film, you're going, what is it? Oh, wow. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's not. Either validates what you already think, number 1. Number 2, what is it? Huh, I never thought that before. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, you know what they have now? It allows you to think something you never thought before. That's truly entertaining. Any art form that allows you to think something you never thought before, whether you agree or not, doesn't even matter if you agree or not. It's entertaining. This is why commercials are entertaining too. You know, and the third is, what is it? I don't think so. No, that seems fake. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? We disagree, right? And, you know, for commercials, people often, you'll hear actors say, oh, commercials, well, you know, we're taught as actors that we're supposed to repel commercials and, oh, they're poo-poo, you know, and all this kind of jazz, and selling out and all this thing. And really, for my money, you've heard me say this, you know, many times, even to your gang and certainly to our clients here, you know, our Sound Advice clients and what have you, that commercial work is how a talent will subsidize their career, you know, and it also allows them to cut their teeth. You have to be in multimedia these days. You can't be just in one. Well, I'm only doing film. Well, good luck. See you later. You know, best of luck to you, pal. You know, I hope you're making them all day long, every day, but not likely. To do one media is just, I don't know. I think it's the dumbest thing ever, you know?
Yeah, and commercials are the closest thing we have to a training ground.
For film.
In the old days when they were making 100 films a year, then you could just go from one to the other.
Right.
But yeah, you see, there's also the question of what is the result of an actor's work? What is the product of an actor? And my definition is an embodied role. To embody means to make visible. So a person using a deodorant has to look like a person who has used that deodorant to good effect.
Right.
There is a skill to that.
Right.
Not you and I could hold up a bottle of deodorant. You would look better than I would because I am not an actor. Although I've been in more films, I think, than any man alive because my students put me in them.
That's awesome.
I don't know what I'm doing, but
I think you know a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
no, but the commercial, like you were saying, even Orson Welles, he was doing Eastern Airlines and he had been
Gallo
doing
wine, yeah.
and Gallo wine. I remember those, all those ads. I remember those from
Yeah.
my youth. You know, it was like, oh yeah, of course.
That's
You know,
right.
but this is not a new thing, and this is the other thing too that a lot of actors say, well, you know, Donald Sutherland got all my commercials. Donald Sutherland got your commercials? Oh, really? There's more. There's never been more work than there is now. Would you agree that there's a lot more because of all the indie work? Is there more work to be done?
Yes, if you include the indie. There are fewer studio level pictures,
Right.
but if you include the independent commercials, student film, my God, we have really good actors come and do the student films. When Jack Lemmon was alive, he would go to the AFI. Mel Gibson has done student film.
Yeah.
Actors like to act.
Yep.
There's a wonderful guy, Julian Sands.
Oh,
I had a student write a script at Art Center, and he said, I've got to have Julian Sands, but I'll never get him. I said, how do you know?
try it.
Call his agent. So we found out who the agent was, called him, and the only question the agent asked, because the student gave him the correct comment, which is, I'm a student at Art Center, I don't have money.
Yeah.
Half the agents will hang up, but half don't. Said, what do you got? And he says, well, it's a Western with a modern theme. And he said, damn, Julian has been asking me for a Western, but because he is fair-haired, he's never seen any.
Wow.
Send it over. My student called me, shocked out of his wits. Oh, my God, he's going to read my script.
Wow.
I said, don't mail it. You drive it there. Hand it to the agent.
Yeah, yeah.
No kidding, Kate. 24 hours later, my student gets a phone call. Hello, is this Andy? This is Julian Sands. I've read your script. I'd love to do it. I've got 2 weeks available at a certain time.
Wow.
If you can do it then, I'm yours. Mel Gibson did the same. Jack Lemmon did the same. There was a wonderful girl who tragically died, Adrienne Shelley. Do you know her? She was the star of a lot of Hal Hartley films. He's an independent filmmaker from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Adrian actually directed. Wonderful girl.
Wow.
She directed. She was an actor. I had a student write a script, and he wanted Adrian, who lives in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Same scenario. He called the agent. I'm an art center student. I don't have money.
Right.
But it's a really good script, and any way I could get Adrian to consider it.
Yep.
The agent said, I don't know what that crazy chick wants. Send it over. About 3 days later, the agent called him, and he said, okay, here are her terms. She doesn't stay in Holiday Inns, only Ramada and Hyatt House.
No problem.
The guy said, okay, I think we can handle that. And she keeps the dress.
Easy.
Yeah.
Sold.
So actors, the message of that story is actors like to act.
Right.
And while they would like to and deserve money, if they're between jobs and it's not going to disrupt their lives and cause them to shave their heads or something,
Yeah.
they'll do it. You got to try, and you got to be polite. But if a student calls an agent for a known actor and has a wrong come on,
Yeah.
and acts arrogant and like the actor knows it, forget it.
Right.
So there's a way to learn any game, and that's what I teach. That's what I
Yeah.
write books about. That's what I consult.
Nice.
How do you learn the game?
Right.
So.
And expose yourself to it.
Yeah.
You know. So that's great. Yeah.
All right.
Well, this was wonderful. I'm so glad you came in. You're such a love. I'm so pleased you could come in. And
thank you.
I want to
Kate.
make sure your books are on our
Wonderful.
on our site and everything too.
And anybody who would listen to this, you must do what Kate says if you're going for acting, because you need a pro to help guide you and create your promotional materials, marketing materials.
Right.
And Kate is casting a lot of different kinds of work. So
Tons.
it's we who are out here trying to spread information and get fairly compensated for it. We want you to win. We do want you to win, because we want more good films.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
that's great.
Thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you, dear. You're so good to see you. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a lot out of it, because he's the man, Eric Sherman. Thanks so much, Eric.
Thank you, Kate.